Hi, I'm John Gosling from Level Zero Games. I'm here to show a very quick preview of NetGain Corporate Espionage. The prototype is coming out on June 30th. It's being released to our Kickstarter backers and to the few who joined our PayPal bonus round. Hopefully we'll be getting this on Desera very soon and we do alpha funding through them. And maybe after that we'll get on Steam. In NetGain, you work for a powerful corporation, in this case Level Zero Corporation. These are composed of different companies that have influence in various industries. So for example, there's a Hosper Tactical, which sells pharmaceuticals. In each company can acquire assets, which are different advantages they have in the economy. So O'Brien Business down here is a manufacturing company, and so they have a commercial robotics asset. These are of course debug titles. We're developing a list of various interesting devices and objects from the year 2043 and different things you can collect. To gain new assets, you can either develop them directly through the companies. They'll develop their own assets over time, try to manage themselves. But the real advantage is in stealing the assets and sabotaging your enemies. And to do that, we create missions. Mission planning starts with investigating a company or a corporation. So in this case, we'll investigate Standard Partners. And that develops a tree of objectives that our team has to follow through to get to our goal. So in this case, they have to brief at the office, and then they move through the territory. And then here, they actually have to commit these hacking missions to get into enemy territory and get the intel that they need. Now each of these is an outline which comes with a set of proposal plots, and each of these has a different set of challenges that are optioned up. Now if we put some team members on here, excuse the lag, Cam Studio is not very friendly to my computer right now. But you'll see that different people have different skills. Sort of like Marcus, the con man, is great at deceit, so he'll easily trump this. And Joe, our pickpocket, will take care of the infiltration, stealth, and surveillance challenges. So let's confirm that. And so we can outline each of these plots to make sure that our team is getting something that is that matches their skills. For example, they're all pretty good at these things, but certain challenges might there's different plots of different challenges that our team may or may not be good at. So let's confirm this, and they're pretty competent groups, so we'll let them figure out what to do for the rest of them. And when they encounter those objectives, they'll choose a plot and resolve it on their own. And when we actually start it, they will begin working their way through. The team will, if they encounter any challenges in these future plots, they'll resolve them on their own. And these missions run simultaneously. So you can have a few different missions running across the world. You can have investigate missions running where you have others that are stealing. You can have, soon you'll be able to have operations, which are supporting missions. And those are the missions that will they'll reinforce your other field missions. You can have like a safe house, so your team can restock on their gear when they're out in the field. And of course, these operatives themselves are pretty complex characters. They have their own origin. They have loyalties. So in this case, he's bonded to the company because we pay him. But over time, the characters can develop attachments to other operatives, to rival corporations, depending on different interactions. As they get handed off and hired and fired, they might have some previous history that might taint their value, but they might have other skills that make them balanced out. Operatives have a set of traits, which right now don't do much, but eventually change how they interact with the different challenges in the world. They might object to during a certain task. If you have a pacifist and you put them in a conflict, a violent conflict, then they may object and they may not want to complete the goal. They may lose significant amounts of loyalty, which can lead to all sorts of bad things. They have statistics. which act as a base ability in different tests and also as a sort of health. And then, of course, their arrangement of skills. Operatives will always have their key profile skills. They also collect a few others as they go along. The operatives have their own activities when they're not on missions, and they'll start to develop a bit of a history. At which point you'll have to decide whether to put them in a different staff position or fire them and find someone else, or if you'll just take the risk of having them know too much and just keep them a bit closer. So checking on our missions again, we see that they've actually been, right now they have some challenges. So our team is doing a hacking challenge and they pass that. And if they fail these challenges, bad things can happen. They might have to retake the challenge, and which would extend the time of the mission. They might trigger a conflict, which would be like a new plot that they'd have to resolve, like a firefight. And in those kind of conflict plots, bad things can happen. Like your team can get injured or killed, or you might develop exposed heat, which makes the location more dangerous and even harder to get into. So you always want to make sure that your team is pretty well equipped to the task at hand. And our team has done quite well. They've managed to pass everything with flying colors. There's no failures through here. They passed the break-in plot, which means they've captured the intel. And let's refresh that real quick. So they've captured 40 points of intel on standard partners. And right now they're just going to bring that home, and when they get here, they'll cache it in, and we'll be able to use that intel. Currently, the intel is just stored in here. You just uncover new assets by clicking on the button. But very soon we'll have domestic missions, such as analyze intel missions, which you'll set up and assign some techies to, and they'll go through your intel and they'll uncover assets for you as long as you have that operation running. So let's speed this up a bit, and there we go. We got one investigation mission passed, and our other one is debriefed and passed. So with that new intel, we can uncover new assets. And medical bioware. Now we have a medical company, so maybe we want to find this and head after it. So that's our very quick introduction. As I've said, this is a very early prototype, so we'll be developing this game over the next 2 years. And with your help and influence, we'll be able to direct the features and make the game more engaging and fun. And I'm looking really forward to hearing from everybody and getting the game out into your hands to play. Thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you all soon on the 30th. Thank you.